All right, we're going to take a few minutes to talk about weather. So here we go. Rain is likely in the forecast, and we'll continue to have a gusty wind. Not as gusty as it was earlier today, but still a gusty wind, and then turning colder. By this time tomorrow, it will not be in the upper 40s or upper 50s like it is now. It will be much colder. So for Thursday, we're going to have to put the threat tracker up to alert because of a rain and wintry mix, windy and colder. But then as we get into Friday and Saturday, we should be okay. So here we take a look at the current weather alerts. This is a winter weather advisory. It's not a winter storm watch. It's a winter weather advisory, and that will be in effect tomorrow as we have this colder air coming in, switching the rain over to maybe a little mix of sleet or some snow or freezing rain, a wintry mix. Right now, the wind speed is at 9 miles an hour, Robinson 10, Vincennes 13, and Matuna 12. See, it's a south breeze, and that's bringing in nice moisture for us to be able to make a fair amount of rain. But the wind is calming down somewhat. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to continue to be gusty, but right now the latest gust we had is 23 and over in Effingham at 16. Peak wind gusts this afternoon. This is when it was windy. 46 in Terre Haute, 39 in Vincennes, Olney 30, and Flora at 37. So here's a look at the Storm Team 10 storm tracker. Just a little bit of light rain right up and through here. The heavier rain still is farther out to the west. So here's a look at the Storm Team 10 futurecast. Just a little light rain. Here's at 8 o'clock tonight. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning. So during the overnight hours, that's when the rain moves in. Heavy rain at times, and maybe some thunder mixed in with that as well. And then we get into the day tomorrow, and as some colder air comes in, the possibility of a little mixture of sleet or maybe some snow as this moves through. Here's 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, and then by tomorrow night, most of this is out of here, and by Friday, it completely clears out. So we're not going to really be digging out of this one. Precipitation timing, as you can see here, here's Paris, rain until early tomorrow afternoon. The middle to latter part of the afternoon for us here in Terre Haute before we switch over, and Vincennes later on tomorrow evening before you switch over to a mix. Futurecast rainfall, well, we're going to have a fair amount of rain. Robinson 2.5 inches, Vincennes a little more than 2 inches, Olney 3, Flora 3.5, and so because of that we have the potential to have some flooding. So forecast for tonight is an overnight low dropping down to actually not much cooler than it is right now. 54, rain and wind, and maybe some heavy rain. That's overnight. The wind could gust to around 34. And then for tomorrow, a high of 54. Same thing as our overnight low, because the temperature falls as the day goes on. So we'll start off with 54, and then the temperature drops, but still a gusty wind. And then tomorrow night, a wintry mix is possible down to 13 for the overnight low. Still windy tomorrow night, but eventually tomorrow night, that precipitation moves out. And that leaves us with a sunny day on Friday, 33, Saturday 34, and then we bump right up to 54 again on Sunday, and actually quite mild as we get into next week. However, we're going to have some more rain to deal with, and that's not going to help the rivers and streams any at all. So now here's tonight's Dorset